elves and human druids don't understand what they're destroying.
What are we destroying?
Life, millions of years, life history, millions of years of Toral's existence.
Sounds fair.
I think you should be playing with fire while this conversation's going on.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Do you actually say sounds fair?
Mm-hmm.
He says, "How is this fair? Those things were around before.
No.
Before your city and your people were."
The death isn't fair. Just your interpretation of the events.
Oh! You're saying it's fairly saying, not that it's fair that it's happening. Gotcha. Okay. You're so blasé about it.
Well, he's right. I'm video.
I tell him that I will speak with the townspeople to ensure that what is taken is also replenished.
Okay.
And that his
My character would be in favor of that anyway.
And that his habitat is not, and the forest itself, the ancient portions of the forest are not disturbed. Because I believe that they have the right to live in peace as well.
In the middle of this conversation, my character realizes that he should care about the environment.
But it still doesn't.
So, yeah, let's stop this deforestation.
I'm sensing you're going to stop being a wizard and go straight druid.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm going to tell people that. I don't actually want to help the environment. Still got to drive my fucking SUV.
You really are just a limousine liberal.
Everyone else should help the environment, Razzo.
Right.
And I'm going to force this.
Al Gore cares deeply about the environment, which is the reason why his house only uses 20 times as much electricity each month as the average house does during the year.
Every month. Like he's leaving lights on purpose.
He's going out of his way.
It takes a lot to warm.
He's actually got his Christmas lights on all the time.
Honey, what have I told you about turning lights off when you leave a room?
You don't.
Trying to cause
It takes a lot of energy to warm a castle in the middle of Tennessee.
He's actually trying to just create as much of a distraction as possible so that he can attract man, bear, pig.
He's half man, half bear pig.
No, half man, half bear, half pig.
I'm pretty sure it's half pig, half bear, half man.
Oh, right. Yeah. Damn it.
Half man, half bear, pig.
Right, that only makes 100%, which is actually plausible.
No, because he's...
How is that even plausible?
Still not. He's one half bear and one half man pig? What's a man pig and how can he be one half of a man pig?
They're into a room, ripping people apart, and they're having this conversation.
I love the fact that man bear pig was an imagination land. Oh my god, the woodland creatures. Oh look, they're so cute. No, don't touch them. Don't touch them.
Oh god, he's raping my eyeballs.
We're gonna fight the people away. Get me.
I love the woodland creatures.
It's so horrifying. Alright. That's fine. However you guys choose to deal with that, you can deal with it.
Well, we are, and I'm trying to actually create a rapport with them and say, you know, this is my habitat as well.
Make a diplomacy check
Nice.
with a. I think roll make a charisma check.
The problem here is that I would fail a bluff check voluntarily. Take that into account.
You're not trying.
Well, no, I am trying.
Well, no, you're not trying to bluff. You're trying to aid his diplomacy check.
Can I roll bluff with it?
No, because you can.
I don't actually feel this way.
Okay, roll bluff, and if you succeed, you aid his diplomacy check.
If you fail, you hinder it greatly.
That's a plus 2 minus.
Hinder it greatly.
Sounds greatly to me.
It's the exact same check if it makes you feel better. I
It's
don't have either. Oh, I rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's an extra plus 2 for him. You radiate sincerity. You're so pleased you're finally reaching him.
I love the environment.
With his plus 2, I got a 15.
You got a 15.
Stop cutting down these trees.
He appears to shift from hostile to indifferent. So he
Stab him.
he doesn't.
Back to hostile.
Yes, He no longer appears angry, but now he just wants to be let go. He says, he says, you know, he wants to believe you, but he'll wait and see what, you know, if you actually follow through on what you
If
say.
we were to let you go, will you promise that you'll spend the rest of your life serving the nature and serving the forest and stopping people like us from cutting down trees?
I laugh at what he's saying, and I say,
Does that anyway.
No.
I accept your proposal that I act in my usual manner.
I will continue to be radical terrorist.
well, I want to believe you, so I do. I tell him, we will let you go regardless. Our hope is that you will actually aid us in providing us some information to actually help us stop what you're asking.
He says, what information?
I asked for information regarding who gave him orders, where the note came from.
Sometimes the men are out so we can kill the women and children, that sort of stuff.
Who does number 2 work for?
He tells you that,
So that triggers
Yeah, he should have turned the box.
the note, he says the note appeared delivered by a small, oddly colored pseudo-dragon.
What did the note say?
His name.
Oh, just that to keep watch out for the tree killers, that they'll be coming in the woods and to kill them if you see them. And I had your guys'
Was
description.
it signed?
No.
Signed M.
Signed.
Moriarty.
Wizard that you are searching for.
Anyway, and it was signed by it was delivered by an oddly colored fairy dragon that delivered it to his village. It wasn't one of the fairy dragons who lives in the area. A fairy dragon, they're small dragons about this big. They have normal age categories. They're true dragons, but they have like brightly colored butterfly wings, and they stay very small, about this big.
Like a character in an Alan D. Foster book.
Yeah, essentially.
Have you read this one?
No, but I know what you're talking about. The psychic. That would actually be more of like a pseudo-dragon with a familiar bond. These are just small true dragons who have a very strong bond with fairy, and they spend most of their time eating mushrooms and frolicking. Their breath weapon is literally pixie dust that puts people to sleep.
Oh, I want one.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Like every night I'm trying to go to sleep, I just like look at him and he's
Breathe on me.
Pseudo-dragon can do the same thing, but it requires you stabbing you in the chest with its stinger.
slightly less pleasant.
Don't worry, no one does like 4 damage. You can totally survive it once a day.
Could I actually take a fairy dragon?
What?
Like,
No, they're true dragons. They have like 16 age categories. You might be able to get like a wormling or something like that. But it would eventually age out of your ability to keep it as a familiar.
My character, for like in 100 years, I'll get another one.
Not if you keep de-aging it.
My character plans to go on a quest to do that someday.
Okay.
Someday.
Someday. There's always someday. What?
Nothing.
I don't even know what book fairy dragons are in.
This book of fairy dragons.
The campaign will be over long before I remember that again. It's fine.
We untie him,
Alright.
and he said it came from, the note came to him from a pseudo-dragon?
Fairy dragon.
Fairy dragon.
An oddly colored fairy dragon.
That, like 15-minute conversation.
Well, no, I switched. I said pseudo dragon at first, but I realized I wanted it to be a fairy dragon.
An oddly colored fairy dragon, so my inference from that would be that it wasn't actually a fairy dragon, but someone's shifting into a fairy dragon.
That would be a reasonable assumption. So anyway, basically he says that.
Who do that? The druid?
What?
Who does that? Druids?
Anyone?
druids?
What?
Can wizards do that?
Yeah.
Wizard did it.
Wizard, sorcerer.
So that just doesn't narrow it down.
Basically, most spellcasting types
Well, this has been
have a way to do
way
it.
too many catchphrases and.
Hi.
We have
Hi.
entire conversations.
Hi.
with catchphrase.
For the kids.
Yeah, we can have an entire conversation.
Bone crusher.
You could probably spend an entire day having real conversations using nothing but Simpsons quotes.
There's 500 episodes.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm intimately familiar with probably 250 of them. You know, before it started to suck.
Yep.
I heard it's on an uptick.
I've heard that too. I still can't be bothered to watch it. Do you?
No.
Yeah, right.
I catch them every once in a while. They're never not funny.
I caught one randomly a couple weeks ago, and I laughed my ass off. It's funny.